Hello everyone, today we'll talk about the nucleus. This topic belongs to the chapter The Fundamental Unit of Life. So let's start with it. First of all, nucleus has two membranes. It has two membranes, so we call it as a double layered structure. A double layered structure which is present inside the cell. It has nuclear pores. It has nuclear pores. The fluid inside it is called nucleoplasm. The fluid inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. So let us draw a structure so that we can understand it in a better way. Let's suppose this is a cell and here is the nuclear membrane. This is our nuclear membrane. This membrane is discontinuous. The membrane of the cell of the nucleus is discontinuous, and here these are the empty spaces here. These are the nuclear pores. These are the nuclear pores. Now we have two membrane structure. This is the outer membrane of the nucleus, and the membrane on the inside, this is called the inner membrane. This is the inner membrane. The fluid inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. This is the nucleoplasm. Nuclear pores, the importance of these nuclear pores are they help in the transfer of materials from inside of the nucleus to the outside, which is in the cytoplasm. So they help in the transfer of materials and vice versa. Now this nucleus, why this organelle, why this structure is most important? This nucleus contains genetic material. It contains genetic material which is important in the process of inheritance. It is important for inheritance. Inheritance means the characteristics that we got from our parents. So this is the transfer of information. Transfer of information from parents to their offsprings. From parents to their offsprings. The genetic material that most of the organisms have is the DNA. Now DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Let's talk about this DNA in more detail. So DNA is a double-stranded structure. We have two strands of DNA. There are certain specialized there are specialized regions of the DNA which are functional in nature. That means they are responsible for certain trait or character in an organism. These are called genes. Genes are nothing but the functional segment of DNA. Functional segment of DNA which is responsible for a particular character. It is responsible for a particular character. Character means it could be anything. It could be the hair color, it could be the eye color, and etc. Now let's talk about this DNA. DNA, when the cell is not dividing, the DNA is present in chromatin form. The DNA is present in chromatin form. For example, this is the cell, this is the nucleus. So DNA is present in the thread-like structures like this. This is the chromatin. Now, but what happens when the cell is dividing? When the cell is dividing, the DNA rearranges itself and make rod-like structures which are called chromosomes. Now let me draw you a structure so that you can understand it. This is the cell, this is the nucleus. So they'll rearrange itself in a compact condensed form and they'll form a structure like this. These are the chromosomes, right? So when the cell is not dividing, the DNA looks like a thread-like structure which is called chromatin, but when the cell is dividing, the DNA looks like chromosomes. Chromosomes are nothing but the condensed and compact form of DNA. Compact form of DNA. Now let's talk about the role of nucleus. What is the role of nucleus in a cell? What is the function of nucleus? So it has two major roles. First, it helps in the reproduction. It helps in the reproduction. The other function is it determines the way how the cell will develop. How the cell will develop. This is the role of nucleus. I hope you understand this topic of nucleus. If you have any questions, you can write in comments. Thank you so much for today and have a great day.